Behold, my glorious supporter AGingerMonster has asked about my streaming setup. Live streaming setup overview. Pretty simple request, yet one that I somehow missed for a month, so I'm very sorry for the wait. Let's make up for lost time and make it quick and succinct. So what all can I describe? I stream on Twitch. What do you need if you're going to stream? Well, you need to pick a game, of course, but you're asking probably about the software I use, how I view chat, number of monitors, the equipment in the room. So let's talk about that. So I use OBS to stream. I'm recording on normal OBS right now, but there's something called Streamlabs OBS. This is different in that it has Streamlabs alerts built right in, and you can modify them right there. I think that's very convenient, so I like that. It's also free. It's basically exactly the same as OBS. I think it gets some features a little later, but not in a way that's ever been a problem for me. Streamlabs OBS also has chat built in. That may or may not matter. It doesn't really matter that much for me, but I often use it as a backup way to look at chat or a way to scroll back up in chat. What do we use to put chat on the screen? I'll go back to Streamlabs OBS in a sec, but I have a third-party program called Twitch Chat Overlay. I can link it if you want. Just DM me on Discord and I'll find it for you. I don't know, have it bookmarked or anything, but if I need to find it, I can. It's just the program that puts a transparent window over your screen and you can read chat off of it. Now, I've done many things for chat in the past. I've read it off my phone, put my phone on a little stand like here, a tripod, read off of that. I tried having chat be like up here one time on my phone. I didn't really like that much, but it's something I've done. At the moment, I really like having it over the screen. I don't like having to look way away at it because I use a microphone for streaming that is a condenser microphone. That is, it picks up, only the sound in front of it. And so if I look away, it does make the sound quality noticeably change. That's not so bad. I kind of like that as long as it's not usual, because then it gives the effect that if I'm looking somewhere else, there's a noticeable difference in the quality of the sound. I actually think that can be kind of good communication sometimes, but anyway, so that's what I use for chat. I prefer having it over my screen. What's good about an overlay like that is that if you don't have two monitors, you don't have to worry about it because you can just put chat right over the one you're using. I do have two monitors. I have one here and then one beside it. I like to put the summary of the stream, so Streamlabs OBS window will be over there. Often Discord will be open over there. I'll leave a few other utilities like a notepad so I can type out notes about stuff or things I want to remember to get back to. I'll leave that stuff open over there. You don't need two monitors. Do I appreciate having two monitors? Yes, I do. If you own two monitors, I would get the other one and plug it in. I think that's worth doing. So sure, that's that stuff. For a webcam, so I'm not currently using this, but I now use a program that lets your cell phone be a webcam, and I really like it. I think most people have a surprisingly good quality cell phone camera. That program is called DroidCam. You can get it on the App Store. For some settings that I have found useful, you have to pay, but it's $5 or something. I don't know. It's completely worth it for a utility, in my opinion. So that's what I use for that. Again, it's called DroidCam. The icon is a little Android light green thing. So you install it on your phone and your computer, and then it matches them up. You activate a little window and they match up. It's also somewhat wireless, which is nice. That was the main reason I wanted it. It is somewhat wireless. You can undock it from this charger thing I have up here. Now, to charge my phone while I do that, I have this little butt plug for my phone that goes in and then you can plug it into this magnetic charging cable, which I can't pull into frame because it's attached to my desk. But yeah, so in my little gooseneck, mount for my phone, there's also a magnetic charging cable. The good thing about this is that if I need to take my phone off the dock to move around, you don't have to actually unplug something. You just kind of let it boosh off. It falls off really easily. And then when I don't want this butt plug on my phone because it's kinky, you could just take it off, which I overall think is a really good solution. I like that. But right now I'm using a normal C922 Logitech whatever webcam. Do I really think you need to buy a webcam? Not really if you're willing to use that service. It's fine. You might want to be careful about like your phone going off in the middle of a stream, but I just check my phone when there's something to check. Anyway, so that's what I use for all that stuff. What else? So for a microphone, this is a Yeti, a Blue Yeti. Do you really need that? No. You can get whatever microphone. I do think you should have a pop filter, especially when you're not focusing on speaking and streaming. I think it matters more to mitigate the plosives and like crazy sounds that'll come out of your mouth. Yeah. I have a little stand that you can see. I can go boop, boop like that. That might have sounded terrible. I don't know. Because I have a stand that is right next to me. So the bottom of the stand is like right here rather than being an arm. I used to have an arm. I really like this better. If you're not worried about like hitting it, like there is this kind of loud jangly thing. I should probably tape that down at some point. I got this fairly recently, but I do like this better. So I recommend a short stand if you like. That might not be a suggestion you're looking for. We're getting into the territory of like, what do you want to know at this point? But the main thing is, yeah, like Streamlabs OBS, the alerts are fine. I think that you shouldn't focus on that stuff too much. Like if you want to stream, you shouldn't focus on setting up like these peripherals in some crazy way. You should mostly stream, and you can make that stuff better as you go. It's not going to be perfect the first time. I can't really do a lot for you with like settings for streaming. That's something you can look it up, but it's hard. Like you are going to have to tweak things. It's not going to look perfect the first time. Nor will Twitch allow such a thing because you won't always have quality options when you're not a partnered streamer. So it kind of doesn't matter if it looks good. I mean, it does. You should try, but just to say it's fine. And like right now, I think because of the low light, my webcam quality looks pretty terrible. So speaking of which, one other thing that I didn't get for a long time, but that you totally should have, are lights. So I'm going to show you. I have one and 2 and 3. Oh boy, and they're on like the maximum setting. But you can see that this is way better lit. I look like I'm a makeup channel now because that's what these are. These are like makeup review channel lights. These were like $10, gooseneck things that I got, on Amazon or wherever. They're fine. They have adjustable light level. At the moment, they're not making me terribly happy because they cannot be controlled wirelessly in an easy way. I do have smart sockets in my walls, so I can control those from my computer, but these have digital light switches, so when the power is off, the light switch defaults to off. It's not like a mechanical switch where you flip it. The circuit is in the on position, and then you can cut the power, but as soon as you turn it back on, it's going to flow through, right? It's a digital switch, so when the power gets cut, it switches to off, and then if you put the power back onto that socket wirelessly with a smart socket, then it goes down. Again, this is the kind of thing where it's like, do you really want to know this? But I think that this is something that you should bother doing. And I think that getting little lights like this is a good solution. The only annoying thing is you would have to like manually turn them on every time. These, I guess you could ask, like, can't you just leave them on? Like, do you have to turn them on in the middle of the stream? Like, if it's light, like, just leave them on and then it won't matter, right? Yeah, I guess that's fine. I don't know. Like, there is some light fatigue stuff. Personally, I find it a little overwhelming to stream with like tons of stuff going on. And so mitigating how much like photons are coming at my eyes matters to me. Some people wear tinted glasses to mitigate that. I don't. I think one really good way to mitigate that is to not have more monitors or devices than you need. Keep it mostly clean. I have very little on my desk except for the 2 monitors, the lights, and then that light is off there on a little table. And then my mic, just so it's not like too visually overwhelming. It is also nice to be in front of a window. Yeah, I should mention location, I guess. So I do have the motorized standing desk. I'm in front of a big window, the only window in the room. Natural light is good when you can get it. I think standing desks are nice because they let you, sit and stand while doing your thing. Wow, that significantly changed the quality of light. Wow. Not surprising because we're blocking way less of the window now. But yeah, I my standing desk is a fully Jarvis, fully, and Jarvis like the stereotypical butler name. And I really like it. If you're in the market, again, this is really, how far can we get from like, this is tangentially related to a streaming setup, but sound treating foam, if you're in a room with carpet and you have like stuff on the walls, it might be kind of okay. Like try it first, but it's not the most expensive thing in the world nowadays, so I would consider getting it. It does make the sound quality noticeably better. You're going to want to start by putting them in like the corners of the room, and then like directly behind you, and then you're going to want to clap all over the room to make sure that there are no parallel surfaces where the sound can bounce back and forth off of. That's mostly what you want to worry about. If you don't have curtains in the room, put some up. I actually, humorously, I have these curtains that you can't actually open and close. They're just two curtains that I hung with a coat hook on around my window. It looks nicer, sure. It makes the room look a little warmer, but it actually does meaningfully increase the sound quality too. They do a good job of being a budget sound trap. What else can we talk about? Now, obviously, if I miss anything, you're free to ask me for a follow-up. As a matter of fact, this could be one. Here is the thing that I can do to say thank you for your patience since I missed this for a while. If I missed anything you wanted me to talk about, I feel like that was a pretty good like basic setup for how to get streaming. But if there was something I missed that you want to know about, tell me, and I will happily do another one for free. You would have been able to commission another one in the month. You had Parley in the intervening month. So feel free to ask, and I'll do another one as a follow-up. But I hope this answered stuff in a concise and informative manner. I think the great thing about streaming is like that might have sounded like a lot, but the lights, like you could get away with having good lights in the room and like a good window. The webcam, you can use your phone. The mic, like you have a mic probably, you know, like your phone or your, don't use your phone one, but you probably have a mic. You probably own a mic. You can buy like a $20 or $30 mic, and the quality loss will be noticeable, but it's not the end of the world. You might have a mic in your headphones that could be surprisingly good nowadays. Some of them are. A mic is kind of the only thing, and then it's like you sort of have the hardware for a decent streaming setup. And so it's a great thing to be able to just give a try. I was talking to my girlfriend about, people in her life that are self-employed besides me, and how it's like it doesn't mean much to say that you're like that you stream. It's like, well, everybody streams. Like you can stream with only your phone, which is something that you could consider if there are other complications. But yeah, please feel free. Don't hesitate at all to ask follow-up questions. I like talking about this stuff, and thank you so much for your patience and for your support.